Okay, there we go.
Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in week 3. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback, Ty Simpson, to the draft, but they still have one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. Ryan Williams is looking for a little redemption after a low production year last year. The fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide will look like this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Noles will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And here comes Daniel Hill. What a game he had last time out. Found pay dirt 3 times, just under 100 yards in their win. They'll move the wide receiver. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They go play action with Russell. Unloads it downfield. You want to talk about changing field position. A huge play. Takes it down to the 37.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going. But once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides. And it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job getting vertical. Nice play by the offense.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Send the tight end in motion. Motion from the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Again, it's Russell. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Going right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So Florida State's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. How How will they be able to deal with this lockdown corner on the outside who believes he can take away half the field? This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Intercepted, the defense is set up. He was looking for room to return that. He'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over the 18.
And this team right now has got to be in this shell shock, right? I mean, you can't start any worse. Your defense allows a touchdown on the opening drive, and in your offensive first play, you throw a pick. You just got to take a deep breath right now. Everything is a tidal wave that you're trying to fight against. It's just going to take one good one to turn this thing around, but this is not the start they were hoping for.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback keep. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
And he'll step into the end zone.
I mean, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the point after is good. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
But how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. And now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. He'll try to do it himself. He stopped just inches away from the first down, but boy, can he buy time and strike fear into the heart of the defense. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Noles have their offense in high gear. The RPO fire complete to the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time before State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Hollow will check in on his condition. They'll try to get to the marker himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Dead center perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his line. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This drive will open from the 15. The run inside. It's Hill. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Keeps it on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Keelan Russell. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break as we get a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The Seminoles come to the line. In this situation, you might see a shot play. Keep it on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on second and 4. Motion from the wideout. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Sends it back in motion. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Leads in with the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. And tackled there by the defense. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. To the air, it's Daniels. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. Backed off. Oh, he just held it. And it's a fumble.
I gotta tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. He thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
There he goes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. From the gun. Rush is on him. Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do.
There's a crease. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Might be changing the route. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up, and nothing. Offense got it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know if that player could have done the whole game of football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
From the gun, running back gets the give. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop, you move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Line getting set on second down. Throwing Russell. Dumps it to the back. And it's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Alabama pushing the tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up the first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shit.
He's at the 20. Once he got somebody, it was
How big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Florida State sideline. There is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Floats it out in space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. FSU calling its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on first down. Still looking on the move. He turns it loose to the left. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the foot. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Quarterback gets the first down. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he missed it. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half.
Damn.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll bring it back out to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds there. These injuries could play a big factor, Holly. What have you got on those?
Guys, Florida State's head coach told me at the half, big injury news to report. Their star wide receiver is out for the rest of this game. They do not know exactly what's going wrong, but it is an upper body injury. I've seen him trying to test out some things, ball security on the sideline, but he cannot go. I'll let you know how things develop here on the sideline and which of his backups are able to step up and help this offense. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back. And they're able to make the tackle.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo. You need explosive plays through the air.
Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Breaks into the open. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass and was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with the running back. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
This running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. You had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick is on its way. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Switch it, switch it. Takes a handoff. It's Hill. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Part of the backfield. It's Jenkins.
Bro, what the fuck are they doing?
Push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. We need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to... And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Seminole sideline. Developing story, guys. Their best wide receiver is dealing with a few issues. Very banged up here in this game, but he is battling through it, still on the field, trying to perform for his offense. I'll keep you posted on how he's able to adapt here in the game. Back to you.
Going for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And
Guys, I just don't know what to say about this offense. Like, they take a deep shot. They've tried it short. They've really just struggled to try to find any way to move this football. They've dug themselves a hole, and now they've got to find some answers. Maybe find your guys, your go-to guys. Players, not plays. Maybe that's what they need to get something going right now.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find their rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
The Seminoles decide to punt it away. Oh, another ball has been knocked free. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down mark. Right. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He's got him. That'll be enough for the first down, and the ball will be spotted at the 47.
Running the curl route against zone coverage, the quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first in.
Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there. Oh, what a cut. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He got a step and just in the field.
You can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defensive option. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
It's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators
Turning it on. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
He's got it on the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Seminoles are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He didn't get it. Not only that, he...
Like, this would never happen. This would never happen in real life. This. What is this, dude? What is this? Bro, a complete waste. Dude, it's just fucked up, bro. They make the AI so stupid in this game.
Yardage.
They make the AI so stupid. Look at the ball.
On that one, and they'll live to find another play. Always great to build momentum with an early season victory. Let's take a look at what's in store coming up next week.
Oh my god, bro. How can I pick up the ball?
As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with the lone back. Makes it past the marker. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Right back. Ball is out behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
The Seminoles with a golden opportunity, but the key to the drill is turn it into points. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. On the move is the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They've got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's a heat. He's going to take off. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it's just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A false start changes your mindset. Now you're 2nd and long, 9 yards to go. Pulls it on the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Yeah, and a
great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Pulls it again on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He'll take it on the return.
Skip.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
What's up, Skip? Yeah, I know. Bama is a
Florida
beast.
State comes out ready to put something together on this drive.
Bama is a
Not a
beast.
lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
I played
Well, this might be an
decent.
opportunity,
I'm not
too, Reese, to
gonna
go
lie.
back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the
Damn, I
coaching
should've
staff
kept going
to
outside.
condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. They'll try to run for it. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Finding an escape route. Picks up the first down. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Chop
after the
Robinson
huge
got
pickup.
hurt. Chop Robinson got
A
hurt,
huge game.
which is just like...
Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier.
is just,
Now,
like,
I might
terrible.
think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
And the Noles with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they might get some extra. It looked like a face mask to me.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. In the red area, it's Singleton. Could be an alley. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Ready, go! They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the Vegas. The old heel down from victory formation. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with a win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays
Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. Basically a month into the season, here in week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Condors and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
As I caught up with the Condors head coach, he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And it'll be the Condors headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. On the move from inside is 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Seminoles offense will have the opening possession of the game. And here comes Ashton Daniels, portal transfer from Auburn. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. And off from the shotgun. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. Oh, he's got some space. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Noles getting set on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
To the air, it's Daniels. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. This offense tried to go right back to the well, or right back to the air, and the defense was ready this time.
And a great response from the defense. You give up a big play, a huge chunk play that you didn't want to give up. Don't hang your head. Now play the next play. Played it aggressively, went and got the sack. Way to respond.
He's going to run it. At the 20, he's got space. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? Third, it's a passing situation. The defense knows it. They do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes, speed, and elusiveness, things he can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the first down and keep the offense on the field.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under fire. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. A first down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down. down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say...
Got the conversion and still grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for him 4th down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get those goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of the field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
So the Condors offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. Yeah, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today,
maybe a crease. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Condors come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The option, the keeper. Got enough for the 1st. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. From the 22 on 1st and 10. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right back to the well. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Back to pass, it's right. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter.
Scary.
So after to move quickly.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Quarterback gets
Go, go.
finding some room. At 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Oh, and you hear this stadium erupting. This crowd at home, they're just waiting to feed off of an explosive play. And they get one right there from their quarterback, doing a tremendous job on the scramble. Outstanding individual effort. And just the decibel level in this place has just gone up, it feels like, tenfold.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down. To the air, it's Daniels. Lets it fly. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in 3rd down and short. And look, the 1st down's almost a touchdown, right?
And he's in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And I like the way Bryce Fish sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's King. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And snagged it, there's running room. And it'll be the Condors with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. Couldn't find his way out of his grasp.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelled the option coming. Did a great job. Aggressive. Downhill. Went and got it. Got the tackle for a loss. Forcing the 4th down.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, obviously, at this point in the 1st half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole, and you just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. The Seminoles will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, this 2-minute situation, your best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Looking for a big gain. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Condors will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He makes the catch at the 10. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. To the air, it's Daniels. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Seminoles, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. To the air on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the 1st down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Keeps it and gets the 1st down. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Noles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Into the end zone.
Touchdown!
Fit it in the window for the score.
Nebe.
These guys are really hitting their stride.
Hey, Nebe.
As they push out that lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today. In all 3 facets
Am I gonna
of the
win a
Their
game?
defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays of special teams, and the
That was an
offense
awesome
continues to deliver, showing
I'm
off
good,
all of the
Nebe.
playmakers,
How are you?
all of the versatility
Do you
they
play
have
video
on that
games,
side of
Nebe?
the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
I'm
He'll
doing
try to
good.
tack on
How
one
are you
more.
doing? And do you play video games? I know I just said that.
And the extra point is true.
I'm
and
just
the
so
lead
excited. No one ever
balloons to 21.
comes into my stream.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
Oh, you never played this before? Yeah, I haven't played this game in years. I haven't played this game in years, but
Secondary walks up on
here
the
I
line,
am.
showing press coverage. Short gain on
Playing,
that run.
playing with my
Down
brother.
here late in the half.
Playing with my
Could be the
brother.
last play of the
Yeah.
half.
I haven't played this type of game in years.
We
Talking
played
like
2 quarters here. and
over
it's halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
probably like 15 years.
Hard to believe we're a full month into the season.
Yeah, I usually
College football here
I usually play a lot of like adventure games, like The Witcher 3, Grand Theft Auto, Cyberpunk, Zelda games, Mario games, Super Mario games, different adventure games like that. Detroit Become Human. I've played a lot of different games. The Marvel Spider-Man games. Yeah, I like action games. I play all sorts of games, to be honest with you. It's kind of wild. I play all sorts of games. Nice. Yeah, I don't know how many Grand Theft Autos you've beaten, but I've beaten almost every Grand Theft Auto except for the ones on the PSP or the PlayStation Vita. I forget which one it was.
Will line up to kick off and start the second half.
But yeah, I've beaten every Grand Theft Auto.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get.
Even the ones that came out on the original PlayStation.
Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Oh,
Guys,
GTA
here on the
Valorant
Florida
or
State
FIFA.
sideline, they are trying to rally. They have started to make a comeback, and this is something
That's
they've done
awesome.
it well at times this season. This offense is built for moments like this. They have big play capability, and they can strike quickly.
Yeah.
But it all has to start right now to start the third quarter. We'll see if they can come out with the urgency they need to get back in this game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he
Do you
stopped.
play
at the 23.
GTA Online or do you
Love to
just
see
play?
this offense early in drives, getting
do you
that
just
kind of
play,
yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
If every journey begins with a step,
Story
this
mode.
offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And it'll be the Condors come to the line with a new set of downs. Now on the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard
Got
loss.
Biggie Small.
And after that run, there is
Is
a
he
player
hurt?
still down on the field. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill
God.
afford to lose.
He
We'll
got
have Holly
hurt.
check on his condition shortly.
Oh God, they're definitely running.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The play action fake. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
And this is a big
So
moment
how-
for this offense,
so,
too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a
Valorant.
play here
Are
so that
you,
you can
do
generate
you play
points
games
and
on the
capitalize
PC?
off of the opponent's mistake.
Do you play games on PC or do you play on
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On
PlayStation
no
or-
secret what he needs here.
do you play on PlayStation or?
Short of the first. The Condors will bring the punt team onto the field.
Oh, you have a PS5. Gotcha.
Here's the return. He gets a block.
Oh, juked out of
Very
his
little will
shoes.
make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field.
Yeah.
They'll operate out of split backs.
I was gonna say there's a new game coming out pretty soon that looks pretty good. Called War
He
Dogs.
puts them in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Yeah, there's a new game
Wow,
called
the running
War
back there
Dogs
showing you
that's
his
coming
skill
out.
set
That
is
looks
able to
really,
rip
really
off
good.
that one for a first down.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Oh, they're after him. Got him for the
just
sack.
got
This
left.
defense turning up the
I'm gonna be
intensity.
playing a lot of War
That's a
Dogs
better job by
actually
this defense. That's
coming
exactly
out,
what they have to start doing
when
more.
it
He's had
comes
a lot
out.
of success on the ground.
If you ever
It's
heard of
apparent
it,
he will take
I'm
off
really
and move.
excited
So
for
how
that
do we
game.
keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
Gets him down
okay, I
at the
wasn't
30
aware of
after a
Yeah, I'm really
15-yard
excited
pickup.
for
They
War
are
Dogs
threatening, and
to
they
come
have
out.
a first down.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Here's
Oh,
this
you want to
offense
run
with
a
fresh set
server?
of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Cobb sledding near as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Oh,
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound.
I don't know what a
Coming downhill,
Kane
not
BO2
letting him
is.
break
I don't know
tackles
what
and
that
make a big
is.
play.
Back to pass. There's the pressure. They're working that left side. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route,
Yeah, I don't know what a
space.
Kane
They're in
BO2
zone
is.
coverage.
What is
You're not
that?
covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the
I
first down.
don't know what that is.
That'll be enough for the first down.
I don't
and now
know
they've
what
got
that
it at
is,
the
though.
15-yard line.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force.
Oh. Oh, what's Black Ops 2? Oh, Black Ops 2.
Some field goals.
Oh,
They've got
man,
to
don't
force
even
some
get me
punts.
started
They've got to
on
force
that,
something
bro.
to go their way,
I
and
didn't
they've
even
got to
start.
be
I
better
didn't
on
know
3rd
you
down.
meant that. I didn't know you
From
meant
the red
that.
zone, looking for a receiver. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll
Yeah,
bring up
I used
second
to be
down. After the
I used to be
incomplete pass, there
hardcore
is a
on the
player
Black
still
Ops
down, and
games.
they'll come out to check on him. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside.
Yeah, I used to be
Behind the
hardcore
chains
into those
now on
games.
2nd and long. Give to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Man.
And
That'd
I'm
be
not surprised with the
insane
run,
to get.
and I'm not going to be surprised
That'd
if
be
they run it
insane
again,
to get
right?
my
This
guy
offense now
again.
set up. They put a drive together. 1st and goal. Who can be more
That'd be
physical? Line of
insane to
scrimmage
get
is
my
critically
guy
important
with
when the
my
field starts to
prestige
shrink.
and
Let's see who
everything.
can bow up and make a play here.
They'll try to get it in with a run.
Touchdown.
7-0.
28-0.
With that trip to the house.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra
That's
point
insane. The
makes it
servers are
28
on
to
again.
nothing.
Did they shut off? Did the servers shut off? Or have they always been running?
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt
What's
at a
crazy
return.
is I got my regular Xbox set up right
The
behind me.
Condors make their way onto the
I
field
just
to
started
open
playing
this
the
drive.
old Madden,
They
the
just
old
didn't
Madden
quite
games
find the
again.
rhythm on that last
About
drive,
a
Jesse.
month
They
and a
had to
half
punt it.
ago.
I think they
2
got to be
months
more
ago.
physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this run game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team?
And I've been playing the old Splinter Cell
Play
games.
action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Yeah, the old Splinter Cell
Here's 2nd and 10
games.
as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. From the gun, the ground game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed
Oh,
both. And that was
yeah.
a big key for them coming
Thanks,
into this
man.
game. They
Yeah,
wanna set up
I
their long
actually never
situations.
have any
And now those
viewers.
edge rushers can pin
I
their ears
never
back
have
together after the
anybody
quarterback. They can
to
mix up
talk
and disguise
to,
their coverages on
actually.
the back end, hoping to create negative plays and
Oh,
takeaways.
it's just
Wants to throw. It's right.
bad.
Here
Oh,
comes
sack!
the-
Yes! Sack!
Great pressure by this defense.
It's just a sad
And
sort
it's
of
been a long
events.
day.
Every
there's not much to point
every
out. This
time I've
offense
had
has done
people
well.
in my
They're behind
stream
huge, and they
in
got
my
no
life,
shot if they
I've
can't
been
somehow
streaming for
find
like
a
10
way
years
to
now, and
protect
every
their
time
point.
I've had people in my stream, it's it's just been bad moments in my life where like it's just things haven't worked out. Like I used to have really bad
And it'll
internet.
be the Condors line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the
Oh, I
punt.
love Tom Clancy. I love Tom Clancy.
Makes a move.
Yeah, I've been playing the old Splinter Cell games.
Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game.
Oh,
before
they were
being run out of
offline.
bounds.
No way. No, they're back on. That's so sick. That's so sick.
The Seminoles have it back.
Yeah,
They'll try to
but
get
I
that
used to have
offensive
really
spirit
bad internet,
flaming.
and I used to be one of the best Battlefield players in the world, one of the best Battlefield 4 players in the world. You could even look at my old clips, they're just insane. You could even look at my old streams that I upload, they're just insane. I'm going like 42 and like 8 in the stream, and like, you know, it's just insane numbers. But I would get like thousands of people in my stream, or I would get people in my stream and my stream would just die.
They'll go right back to the run. Got enough for the first.
Because I was streaming on like really bad Wi-Fi.
Nice game.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, I've been dreaming of streaming video games and stuff like that even before the internet was even a thing, really. Like, just because I love watching people play video games. That's what I do on YouTube a lot. But you know, I really like watching people play. I have older brothers that I watch them play video games, and my dad used to play the arcade games and bring us to the arcades. And I always dreamed about uploading my video game content to a place you can do that. But yeah, I used to have bad internet, so that would give out, and then I was in the army. And then I was in the army, so I couldn't really stream then. Couldn't really stream in the army. It was just really hard to stream in the army.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Got it in the middle, it's Carter.
Yeah, it was just really hard to stream in the army, and then I was also streaming with a bad stream thing. Oh, that's so really nice. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Oh, why did I quit? Yeah, I had over 10,000 hours in Battlefield 4. You know, and by the time that oh my God. And by the time I got to the army, which was like 5 years after it came out, it was like 5 to 6 years after Battlefield 4 came out when I went into the army. I was starting to play PC, so I was playing it in the army, but I eventually bought a PC in the army, and then I would have had to restart all of my prestiges and everything, and I just never really got back into it, the Battlefield 4 scene. I just never really got back into it.
Looks like he's going to try to return it.
I probably should have. I probably should have tried or something. But
Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive.
But yeah, and I was streaming with Streamlabs, which like Streamlabs was just like, it was horrific when I was streaming with it.
Wants to throw on first down.
Oh my God, no way. Yeah, Streamlabs was terrible when I used to stream with it. Every time people would join my stream would go out, and then like my stream would never work, and it was always blaming my computer.
Nice job by this team.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Ready. White 29, white 29.
Oh, you were washed? Damn. You couldn't make an epic comeback, or you just didn't feel like it?
Is on their side. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll
Was
be
my
no
running
gain
back
on the
hurt?
play.
Oh no, my
Following
running
that
back's
run,
hurt.
we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it.
Oh, I
And
should
he
have kept going.
runs into a
Sorry.
wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Under fire. And into the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm washed.
And this
from
QB's really
Battlefield.
starting to
I
show
would
you
just
something,
say
isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I
just
just
say
like the toughness. At the
out
end of the run here,
practice,
he's not
I
sliding
just
because he's been
don't-
banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
I don't have the
And
same
Seminoles
prestige
have
as
it in
other
scoring
people.
position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. They want to throw it. He wants it all. They make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just
aren't we
punt, give it
blitzing?
back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. Backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your play, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you got to force the opponent to stop. That's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Just feeds the running back.
Oh,
And the defense
that's
stops.
Oh, my favorite footballer.
Just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
There's some good players.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's 2nd and short after a good run on 1st down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football,
some good
defense
players.
ready, now setting up a 3rd and short situation. Are they going to run it 3
Probably
times in a row? The
my
defense probably going to be ready for
all-time
it.
favorite is
He'll
probably
be stopped
Xavi.
at the 15. It'll
Xavi
be a first down,
from
and this
Spain.
defense misses an opportunity to keep them
That
backed
played
up
for
close
Spain
to the
and
goal line.
Barcelona.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players
probably
out in
my
the open
favorite
field.
player.
This pre-snap
I
motion
love
and using
that
it to their
guy.
advantage
He is so
on that
good.
last play, I think that was a nice call.
Yeah, you know, I'm
You gotta love that as the players come out, you have so much anticipation.
I'm not really trying to do stuff for the views. I'm really trying to have fun, because I've tried doing stuff for the views before, and it's just like, just,
Plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
you know, it's just there's so many people uploading stuff on GTA servers. There's so many people uploading stuff on everything, you know, like this right here is pretty popular, but you know, it doesn't, I still don't get too many views, but I think I might do better with what's it called? With War Dogs. With the War Dogs. Oh, Mbappe. Wow, Mbappe. Yeah, Mbappe is very good. Mbappe is like he's top of the line. Mbappe. Yeah. I watched Mbappe play. He just played great. He really did. Exactly. That's what I was saying. Yeah, exactly. I forgot that I was talking about that. Yeah, I sort of just want to like build up personal viewers, you know, like just like you said, just like one at a time. I'm not really looking for I don't think I'm ever going to be a huge streamer, you know. But I could maybe one day get a good amount of people inside my stream. Maybe like 5, 10 people, consistent people. That'd be pretty cool. I always thought that would be pretty cool. But let's see. Yeah, it just stinks because when I started streaming not too long ago, a bunch of people were joining my stream, but I wouldn't see them talking, and my stream wouldn't be working. My stream wouldn't be working. It was just like, yeah, it was just all around bad. It was all around bad. That's why right now where I'm streaming is good. Where it's good, and I'm having fun, and I'm slowly building up subscribers, you know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. Those are my army videos. Those are my army videos. Yeah, those are my army videos. Yeah. Yeah, my army videos did really good. I was gonna start uploading other army videos, but but I just didn't want to get in trouble already more than the trouble you get in the army. I just didn't want to get in trouble. Like I said, because you already get in trouble in the army, and I was gonna put a GoPro on my chest and videotape what I do and everything like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think my channel could do good with the new War Dogs game. I don't know. We'll see. I was in the Army for 3 years. I was in the Airborne. Yes, sir. Airborne daddy. And I was yeah, yeah, and I was infantry also. I was also infantry. Yeah. That's a lot. No. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be back in 1 second. All right, I'm back. Yeah. I know. That's how I feel. That's how I feel too. I'd rather have some good viewers that, like if they're creating content, I can watch their content. They can watch my content, it's just like keep a keep a little community going and build up that community. And I mean, if it ever balloons, I'll remember who was here in the beginning, which was basically not that many people. No one really. You're here. You're here, Nibe. You've stuck around longer than anyone has on my channel actually. You stuck around longer than anyone does. There's people who pop in for like a minute or two, but just for a minute, but oh yeah. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, that's why I'm playing, cuz my older brother is big into football. I was really big into football growing up. I'm not big into football now, but I was really good at football, American football, and European football. I was good at quote unquote soccer. I was good at European football and American football. I was really good at both. They said I was going to be in the Olympics and European soccer, and I was really good at American football in a really competitive state, and I ended up getting hurt. Yeah, it's bigger than soccer. Yeah. Yeah, football is bigger than American football is bigger than European football. And in America, not in the world. In the world, soccer is much more popular than American football. But yeah. But I was really good at both, and I got hurt pretty bad when I was 14, and I didn't really recover until I was like 24. So, yeah, it just messed everything up. And then I was on my way to joining the army. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is. It really is. Yeah. I mean, personally, I liked European football way more than American football. I love soccer so much. I loved it, and I was really good at it. I played left midfield a lot of the time because no one can really shoot with their left except me. I can shoot with my left and my right, and I can pass really good with my left and my right. So I played left midfield, or I played sweeper. No, no family yet. Just brothers and cousins and stuff like that. No, no kids or anything like that. What's LW? What's LW? I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. I've been streaming for like 2 hours. I'm just gonna go get some water and I'll be right back. But let me know what a LW is, and I'll be right back to look at that. Oh, on left wing. Okay. Okay. If that's your personal beliefs, then all good. All good. Whatever your beliefs is. I'll be right back though. I'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah, but uh oh, left wing. Got you. Left wing. Got you. You're more of a left wing. Yeah. Since you have a lot of stamina, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, if I was on a really, really good team, if I was on a really, really good team, they might just put me at sweeper. But I was so good at midfield that like you would want me at midfield. You'd want me at left this year. I was just so nasty at controlling the ball and juking people out with the ball and shooting from outside the box. I was just so sick with my left and my right. I got a really, really bad back injury. I had a really, really bad back injury in high school. That I didn't recover from until I was a young adult. You know. But they told me that I would never recover from this injury. They told me I would never recover from that injury.
Holstein trying to be heard above the fray. Connection to the right. And he surges up to the 36-yard line. And they'll move
but I did recover from it.
Cavaliers will hustle to the line.
I did recover from
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Might have a chance. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on the first down run of the football, it just opens up your entire playbook.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the
probably
RPO, they did a nice
just
job
to
staying
live
back,
out
hanging,
a
watching the
piece of
quarterback's
life
eyes,
and
and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over him. Great job
to live out a piece of
playing
life
together as one
and
unit.
grow old. That'd be nice. And have a family and play video games and
They've got to come up
hopefully
with a big play on this 3rd and long.
my kid, I've already accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish in life.
From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. Going deep. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed
I've already accomplished everything I wanted in life. I wanted to be in my own. I wanted to.
Leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to.
Yeah, I wanted to be in the army. I wanted to be an artist. I did both of those. So, the only other things I wanted to do was play soccer in the Olympics and
to try to take advantage of this matchup.
play
Poor
soccer in
starting
the
field
Olympics
position here for this offense.
or play in the National Football
From
League.
the gun, they'll try to
Oh,
impose their
man.
will. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Exactly, dude. That's all I'm trying to say, bro.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Gonna try to get it himself. First down. He
Yeah,
moves the
dude, that
chains
sounds
and they'll
perfect,
mark him
dude.
off at
Growing old
33.
with your family and kids and my brothers and what do I want most in life? Probably to have kids and get married to the woman of my dreams.
And this setter down
What I
gets
want most
started
in
from the
life.
33.
To
First
get
and
married
10.
to the woman of my dreams and have kids and grow old with them. And
He's
hopefully
looking to
my
throw.
kids grow to be grow to be good people.
Makes a play, and they get the
Hopefully my
quarterback
kids
down
grow
at
up to
the
be good
36.
people. And
The Seminoles
all I can
now
pray
with a
for.
long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here.
Yes, Chop Robinson.
That's what's so scary about
That's
this
what I'm
offense.
talking
They've got
about,
guys in
bro.
the perimeter that can change the game in one
Oh,
single
my
play.
God,
And you
bro.
saw saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Seminoles are flying down the field.
Flag 14. Flag 14. Check, check. Six, 92. Rubber check. Where did he go?
Looking downfield on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
It'll be 3rd and long.
All right, yeah, peace, Nebe. Yeah, I usually stream early. So maybe you'll catch some of my early streams next time. Peace, brother, man. Later, man. Thank you for stopping by, dude.
Scanning
I
the field,
appreciate
it's
it.
Daniels. They got him, and down he goes, and what
Thanks
a
for
huge
stopping by,
sack
dude.
that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Hold, finds his man on the left. Across the 25, he's got room. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down for this offense. Inside, it's Lewis. Powers through the defender. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Corner's going to give them room. Play fake, Holstein. The throw. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just scored it right through his fingers. Opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Send the tight end in motion. They'll go to the counter. Finds a little space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Hey, you could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
They made the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Holstein takes the easy throw in the flat. Runs through the tackle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. But this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Holstein to throw for it on 4. Quickly out for the tight end. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that first down? Looking to throw, it's Daniels.
Easy pitch, easy catch.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
And the Knowles really need to keep this drive alive on third down.
Go, go.
A little release to the back. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the shot. Really nice throw. Maybe that's the play that generates the first points of this game.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Blue, 22. Q, Q. Go.
Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Ready, go.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And he'll bring it back. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Gain of 8 yards on the play is too short of the first down. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Keeps it himself. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, we're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough, keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
Cavaliers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the ground, it's Lewis. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Cavaliers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense offense is struggling. You don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Throwing, Holstein. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to be hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the gun on third down. Here's Holstein. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Virginia.
This offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. To throw, it's Daniels. He slings it deep to the left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Virginia will call its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's Holstein to throw. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Cavaliers in the hurry-up. Lined up in the gun, 3rd down, Eli Holstein. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll start this drive firing. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that.
big third down conversion by this offense.
After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. Makes the grab. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And it'll be a short game. No need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him...
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
He stopped short of the first down, but he gets it into plus territory on the scramble, and now decision time on 4th. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll try to do it himself. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. That time as both teams head into the locker room, we're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the number 17, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Bulldogs on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Doak Campbell Stadium. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build his halftime advantage. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Cavaliers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. And the returner will be brought down. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Seminoles head coach at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Guys.
Terrible.
Okay, Holly. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Rushes on him. And it's a sack. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field.
Terrible.
Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's the one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead gives up the big safety.
Eli Holstein to throw. They're setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough. Their
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Holstein from the gun on third down. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going back to the ground.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them more dimensional in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the door. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Noles moving quickly to the line. The give on the counter. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs on them.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Now here's Holstein. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Virginia. A great catch and run for 6. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Going for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, man,
This home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And
there's some room. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to pass, it's Daniels. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo. To the air on 2nd down. Got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They're facing a 3rd down. As we head into the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play.
Ready, go.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Ready. Ready, go.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the 1st down.
Break. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21.
Ready, go.
Snap in the shotgun. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Snap to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And they got him.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back. DB's right up on the receivers. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Flores. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. A one-sided game like this one and you suffer an injury, that is not ideal. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. They'll try to power their way ahead.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Daniels. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big leads, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
Well, the unique thing about this defense with their nickel personnel is they're able to...
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're getting their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play caller, certainly through the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Under fire. And down he goes. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Pressure coming. Still looking. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent.
All right, everybody on YouTube, Twitch, and X, I am signing off. That's it. That is it for tonight. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. Or actually, I'm gonna stream some more. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna take a little break, but I'll be back. I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be right back. Probably like 20-25 minutes. All right. All right. For everybody on Twitch, X, and YouTube, I'm back.
So the Louisville Cardinals offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Outside the pocket, let's go. He's got it. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. Hard running there. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Play 29. Go, go. Go, go. Ready, go.
They give it to him again. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Cardinals lining up, just needing a few tough edges on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the catch. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Off play action on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like,
maybe some room here. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal.
Go, go. Go, go.
Going to the run, it's Davis. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville!
Well, you know, this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Florida State Seminoles offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And here's Quintravion Wisener. If you like running the football, we've got a couple of guys who can flat do it in this one.
This game is going to come down to who can run the ball and who can stop the run. We can talk a lot about these being the 2 best running backs, or 2 of the best in the entire country. But, Dave, these run defenses, man, are no joke.
dude, you are speaking my language. Like, you got me so excited, man. The QB over here talking about run fits and great defense. That's exactly what you're going to see on both sides. The physicality. They don't give up big plays. Which one of these running backs can stay patient, stay in the moment, realize not every play is going to be a big play. Who shines today?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Bringing the heat. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Back has it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Oh, they're after him. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Cardinals come to the line on the heels of that big pass play.
Ready, go!
Eyes him up, but he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go.
Here we go, ready? 18, ready, go!
Back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Trying to run, it's around. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they add 6 more to the board with a trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they tacked on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. There's the pressure. Took a shot as he threw.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Breaks the ground right along the back of the end zone. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The run from the shotgun. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions. Like, they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, going to the air. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Let's it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive. So they got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice ball, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, you're better on third down moving forward, though. You can keep yourself out of those situations.
Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Throwing right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Now, in the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened.
And the Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 40. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Lost a fire on second down. Trying to set up the screen. On his feet at the 40. Snags it, and he's open. Let's go. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. The give on the inside. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Daniels. Looking to buy time. Going for 6. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Now, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Got it behind the line. It's Brown. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got...
There he goes! Still on his feet. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already their blowout lead.
Knocked down for the tackle. The Cardinals in a good spot here with second and short. Now the play fake. They get to him, and now they'll face a third and long.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking for a deep man. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Flips it out to the back. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Slithers into space. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. The Knowles racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense. Now, they haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Finds a crease at the 20. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right. Now.
And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Rides the option. He keeps it. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down, and the clock continues to run. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with UTSA taking on the USF Bulls. And it's the Roadrunners able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And there is still a lot of work to do on the season, but they get back to 2-4 in the standings. Now back to your game in Louisville. An subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at L&M Federal Credit Union Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Checking in with the Seminoles head coach at the half. Their quarterback has to be better. The turnovers in the first half are the story of the game. The quarterback is struggling, and they believe that he can get it together and be more protective, protect the ball, and not put his wide receivers in jeopardy. They did run the ball well in the first half. We'll see if they rely more on the ground game so the quarterback can gain his composure. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their fifth sack of the game.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one.
29!
Direct snap. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let us find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, down here on the Louisville sideline, guys, I can tell you something we have got to keep our eye on. This quarterback was really banged up and bruised up after last week's win. He told me when I caught up with him this week, he has definitely been feeling sore this week. He did not miss any practice, but I...
Breaks into the open. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stops. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hacks close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. So now it's 2nd and long. On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
He's going to run it. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Wide receiver going in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the middle. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Great place to start for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Foley. and 10 from the 21. Off play action. Back open in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The Cardinals are threatening on first and goal. They'll run with Brown. And he's in. Pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals! His 3rd touchdown of this game and his 3rd on the season. And he tacks on the extra point.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me.
But, and he's got room. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, let him go big.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Seminoles come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Bully ball on 3rd and short. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up looking. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Whistle blows to stop the clock as they check on an injured Cardinal on the play. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll start on the ground with Brown. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Foley. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Gives it on the option. There's a a crease. He's in the excellent pass right back on the option. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24.
Whoa, 22. Go.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing here.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed, he's got power, he's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. The screen, he can go. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The ball will go out of bounds short of the first down marker, and you can't pick up yardage on a forward fumble anyway, so it'll be a turnover on down.
Bro, what was that? That was really
on his way back from the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Hand off, Isaac Brown. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
This is an area of the game on offense offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Inside the 40. Got a little grass. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 20, he's got space. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. They've got it first and 10 from the 25. Creates a little space. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're under the 35. The Seminoles come to the line. This situation, we might see a shot play. The give out of the gun. At the 45 on his way. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the fourth quarter.
Schemes on both sides of the ball, just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
And then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
All right, thank you for tuning in.